Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Budget Modeler. I'm doing my Agora Mitsubishi A6M Zero Fighter in 1/18 scale. Hello and welcome. So we've already got a comment. Bag 8, here we come, says Glenn. Yes, it is, says I. So let's get straight down to it. Flip cameras so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Got me pot of tools. So pop those up there so they're within easy grab range. I've only put the oil in a pot tonight because we don't seem to be doing much gluing at the moment, so I'm not going to put any glue out. So here we are, pack 8. Build instructions. So it's stage 62 elevator assembly. So we're going to start with this one here. So this is pack 62. So let's wrap this out. Now, before I take that out, I'm just going to check something. Ding, ding, ding. Right, so we're going to use this bit here, which is this long rod. Okay, that's going to be interesting how I get that out of there, but we'll soon work away. Pop everything out. Oh, here it comes. Right, so and it, take this out of the bag as well. There we go. Out it comes. Good. Gently does it. And out it is. Yep, bag's empty. In the bin with that. So let's check the parts off. We have 6201, 6202, 6203, 6204, which is that way. 6205, 6206, 6207. Oh, it's those things. There we go. No. 6206, 6207, two of those. 6208 is the ball bear is the bearings. 09 is the short rod, and then that's 10, and then 6211. I think these ones, they should be right. So that's 6213. Those, that is 6212, and that's 6211. So this is the elevator assembly, as I've already said. So let's crack on with this and get this done, shall we? Over the page. Step 1. So we take 6203 and we're doing these again. So just get me tweezers. And as we did last time, actually, let's get my big lump of blue tack. Pop that on there. Because remember yesterday when we did this, we did that on there and it helped us a lot. Come on. Okay, lick finger. There we go. Got it. so the eye is sticking out. So we're going to put a double glue on there. Drop that one in there. And there you go. The oil is holding it. So we'll get that one. And we'll do the same with this one. Put a double glue on this one. No, we're not gluing it, Steph. We're just placing it in there with the oil to hold it in place for the moment. And then we take this part and we drop that on top. That goes in. And then pencil. So I can mark that one done, that one done. And then we take 6213, which are these small screws. Holding that part. Yep, that's threaded in. I'll take another one. The oil on it, as I said before, just helps to lubricate the screw as it's going in through the plastic. So, as you can see with these, what they do is they lift because they're not threading. So if you hold it nice and tight, put a little bit of pressure on. There we go. That's started threading itself. There you go. And you can see it's threaded itself in there. This one's already gone. So let's tighten that one up. And we'll watch the gap close there. Down to touch. And this one down to touch. Tweak. Tweak. As Glenn said yesterday, 4.5 white knuckles. That's about right. So when we take... Right, I'm going to do it the same way I did it yesterday. So we take this part, we slip it under there, and there, and that holds it in place. And then I'm going to take this little bit of bar with the tweezers. Where are we? What I need. Yeah, that'll do. I've got a drift here. So I'm just going to put a double foil in that end and in that end just to hold it in place. I'm not using the other one because that's my glue stick. Yeah. So slide that through. There we go. And that. I keep saying glued. I don't know why I'm saying glued so much. So I've done that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now let's flick over the page. So we're doing this now, but before we do that bit, Glenn, quick question. Will this model require painting or is everything molded in the right color? It all comes in the right color, mate. I was chatting to one of the guys on the Models Hero show, Mal Mayfield. He's contemplating changing his slightly. He's going to put a different tail number on. Then he has got all the kit to make things like that. So, right. So next up, a bit more oil just to hold it into place. It's in there and in there. And then small end up and that drops in like so. Next up, we have that bit done. So we take 6202, 6208, and I'm not going to make the same mistake as last night. I'm going to lube it up just to give us a little bit more ability to squeeze on there. There we go. That goes on so much better. And then we put 6205. This is a D shape. That's a D shape. So this will only go on one way, he says, praying. There we go. And there should be a gap between that bearing and 6205. Then we take this, we lay it on the top there, click, in it goes. And off we can take this and then just click everything else up. And there we go. And that works as well. So there we go. That is where we are with that bit. So we've done that bit, that bit, that bit, and that bit. So let's flick the page over. What have we got next? Oh, right. So left elevator. Ding, ding, ding. I need to go to the other bit. No, here's my right elevator one. Yeah. And here's my right elevator. So they will obviously click together like so. But before we do that, we need to get, where is it gone? There it is. I've got it out ready. So this main body assembly. So the right one is this side. I believe goes in there. And the left side goes in there. Okay, so we need to find that D. Okay, a little bit of oil on there just to give it a bit of a lubrication. So allows it to go in a lot easier. Come on, get that square. Okay, I am really petrified of breaking this. This is very delicate. There we go, click, done. And those should move. Yep, those move in tandem. Right then, as long as I've mixed the screws up, so I can move, nothing attached to that. Nope. Tonight I'd be drinking my cup of tea. I have got it's called Barbarian from Honey Badger Games. It is spiced Rubio with cinnamon and vanilla and apple and all sorts, and it's lovely. Right, so that's in. That's what it looks like. And then we take 12. Which flatheads, I believe. Just double check before I carry on. Make a brat of myself. Yep, 12 are these. So there's one spare. Yep, that's fine in there. So dip that in the oil. That one's in. Take just the one, not three. This one. Dip it in. Into the hole. We're just starting it off. There we go. We're not tightening them up yet. What we do is we do this and then we tighten them up in stages. So make sure we can get everything in case it's a tight fit. Sounds like a song I know. Has to be a tight. No, that's a loose fit. Right, so this is in. Now we can just take that one down to touch and take all the rest of them down to touch as well. And as you can see, it's going down to touch there. And that one, you can feel it click. There we go. So I wonder whether I should do that one as well. Let's leave that as it is. So that one. Why is that not? There we go. That may need gluing at a later stage. So that's spare, that's spare. They can go in a spare pot. So we have done, I can find my pencil, that bit. Right, next we need 05905. Oh 5905. This is going over there, like so. So as you can see, it hooks over that bar at the back. Gary T's in. Good evening. Evening, Gary. And Glenn says evening. So what are you working on at the moment, guys? If there's any sort of thing you want me to chat about or talk bollocks about or do shit like that, I don't mind. Right, so we have got 6211. We're using 3 of these. And this is where it does my head in a bit because I've got bags and bags full of screws. Luckily, I've labelled them up. Right, 6211. That is going 1, 2. Right, so I'm going with these. I'm going 1, 2, 3. So that hole, and that hole. So all I'm going to do is pop them in until they grab. So 1, 2, and 3. Right. Next we need 05910. Bear with caller. So I've got all the parts in a box. Now I've got to find 05910. So that's 5501. Let's move all the parts. Was it 59.10? 52. Just talk amongst yourselves. Keep yourselves amused. I'll be with you in a moment. There we go. 59.10. The miracles of marking them up. So we need 3 of these, and one of them is spare. As I said before, I wish they would just send you the screws you need for that stage. So all I can say is thank God I'm only making this one. If I make any more, that's too small. I need a larger one. So let's go for a 1. That's a size 0 crosshead. This is a size 1. There we go, that's better. That's connected. And 2. Oh, that looks awful. There's 3. Take this, redo this one because that's gone in wonky. Right, they're in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one first, just as you do, down to touch, and then diagonal, do this one, down to touch, and then this one, down to touch, and then this outboard one, down to touch, this inboard one, down to touch, and then this inboard one, down to touch, and then back to this corner, and you'll probably find that that's not touching anymore, so it'll probably go down a bit more. There we go. And that one, and then this one, wasn't it? Yeah. And then this one, and that one, and that one. Remember, no grollying, Glenn. Right, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to do this. Get me chopper out. So it's set to the same size it was last night. Give it a good old chunk. And find my, where is it? Oh, don't tell me I've lost. There it is. It's hiding. My black super glue. And I'm just going to put a small. These rat's tails are brilliant. You can control how much comes out so easily. Small dab on that. Go in board a bit more. There we go. Pop it in board, square it up so it looks neat. To give that about 20 seconds or so, and then oh look at, yes, that keeps it in place nicely. Yeah, this there on the server, I don't know whether you can see that up there. There you go. That, come on, get off, focus on me. It's all about me. Come on, camera, stop fanning around. There you go. Where that hooks into the servo motor arm, that was jumping out, and it was going level with the servo arm, and it was just worrying me that if I left it like that, it would not play. It wouldn't play friendly. So let's just check that. Yep, that's nice and solid. So we have done that bit, done that bit, and we've screwed bugger in. But now flip the page over, pop that in there. Oh, now we need to find another screw. Right, it's already in there, so that needs to be set in there vertically. So finish with that one. So go back to the 0. Get our little plastic prying tool. Take that off, rotate that 90 degrees, put that in the vertical, and take our screw again, dip it in there. Right, I've got some comments. Let me just screw this in and I will get to your comments. So remember, thumb on the arm, stop the servo motor spinning. When you get, there you go, and little tweak, and that's spun. Okay, that's that done. Right then, before I do that, I'm going to get a bit of fresh air as we do. Oh, I've got my sweeties with me as well. Okay. Got my jelly buttons, or as we used to call them, horse cakes when I was a kid. They're the jelly ones from out of Licorice All Sorts. Not me. And if I fancy it, I've also got licorice toffee. Gorgeous stuff. So then, right, where are we? Gary T says, I'm still on my Tamiya 148 Spitfire, and right now I'm trying to mask the 3 canopy sections. And having never done this before, it's very tricky indeed. Cool. What are you doing? What are you using? Glenn says, I'm not modeling, I'm afraid. Just here to support the channel now and then. Don't have the patience. You'll be surprised, Glenn. You'll be very surprised, mate. It teaches you patience. Yes. Oh, the amount of things that have gone flying in this shed because I got frustrated and annoyed and not patient enough. It teaches you that patience. And also, it's great for the old brain. Stops you thinking about crap and shit. Right then, let's carry on with this. Yeah, Gary T, let us know how you do things, and I will. Sorry, I will rephrase that. That was, let me know how you're doing it, and you may be able to get a bit of help from guys on here. So, I'm not going to trap that in there. So make sure you don't trap the cables. Ooh, chuffy, chuff, chuff. That was a bit brilliant. Okay, this is going to be fun. Right then, that's got to come out. The way they've routed this, yeah, and they tell you on here, insert this to show. Right, so you've got to route it into there, into this hole here. So they say go from the top with that one and drop it in. But then it's a nightmare because you've got to bend it slightly to get it in there, and you can't. So I'm not. What I'm going to do is take the servo arm off. Actually unscrew it a little bit. Get my plastic leaving tool. And then just, there you go, that's popped. And then I should be able to stick it in there. Lay it down flat there. Okay, sorry I'm not talking much, but please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. You. So we've got that in there. Let's centralize that and screw that back in. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to come out. That's, yeah, that's pretty solid on that side. So I'm happy with that side. Don't need to stress about that. I've got the rudder's fine. Elevators are fine. So done that one. Done that one. And that is what it leaves us with. Done. Right, so that can go and hide down there. These are probably the last sections I'll be doing in the shed. The next will be in the house, because I'll need a bigger space because it's starting to go together. Gary T, masking tape. I prefer liquid mask, but it's not good on curved surfaces. I tend to use, where is it? I've got some here. This is very thin plastic tape that is stretchy, and that goes around nicely. I do that around the edges, and then I fill it in with masking fluid. Well, I don't use masking fluid. I cheat. I use Copydex. It's a lot cheaper. Exactly the same stuff, but a damn sight cheaper, and they're not ripping you off as much. Right then, so we're moving on to the pedestal. Right, stage parts 63. And this bit, you know what I mean? It's starting to get enormous. I've got a swizzle stick, says Glenn. Right, back this feet, yep. Right, so oh, another bag inside a bag inside a bag. Empty. Right, so we have 6301, 6302. They look exactly the same. We've got 6303, 6304, 6305 and 6306. So let's mark a pen. Here we go. 6305 and then 6306. So all parts pleasant, present and correct. So we take 6103, which is this part here, and then 6304, two angled parts like that. Oh, take two 6106s. So that's a size 2. Again, little dip of oil. We haven't taken that all the way down. Forgot the oil. Right, so we'll take this one down to touch. And that one down to touch. Make sure those are... There we go. So that corner's up. Just need to tighten these two up. Just to hold it. There we go. And that is that step complete. So let's bag these two up. Scribble that out. Yeah, this is starting to get awkward in here. And they are 6306 and 6305 are still bagged. And these are 6301 and 6302. In there like so. so, and that can go there. There is some more wood to do. We'll get to that in the next stage. Because we're also going to get some electricity coming up. So, done that, done that, done that, done that, and we're left with that. So, moving over. Ooh, there we go. Circuit board. 64 step number. And here we have 64. Glenn says, if I did start modelling, it would have been on my model train layout. Only been thinking about doing it for 5 years. Do it, mate. Do it. Stop thinking and do. It's modelling, mate, and it gives your brain a chance to process. Sorry, just having a quick swallow of my tea. But let's get into stage 64. There's the brains. Right, I'm going to keep that in case it doesn't get screwed together. So we'll get rid of those two bits. In the bin they go. Right then, so let us grab the main body. So circuit board is going on this part here. So the circular bit goes towards that hole, and we have 1, 2, 3. Found out where it goes, like that. So 6402. We need 4 of these. Okay, if I remember, did you say 1 spare? Yep, 1 spare. So I will chuck that in our spares bin in a minute when it's done. So I need to change this for this. Put these bits away when we're finished. So that goes nicely in there. A bit of oil. And then get that started in there. There's one done. Bit of oil. Let's do it on a diagonal because then everything is in place then. There we go. 2. 3 in. And time for the 4th. In it goes. Right, so down to touch. Right, bear in mind this is a circuit board. You need to be careful with it. That one's down to touch. That's down to touch. That's down to touch. And that's down to touch. I am not giving them that extra tweak. 1 spare in the spare spot. And that's what we do. So that one and that one. Oh, good Lord. So Nice safe place for that over there. Right, it's asking me to combine the wings and fuselage. I'm glad I didn't connect the cockpit up in stage 49 because it's asking me to take it off again. Right. Can't do that because I haven't got the flap for this side. Can't do that. Can't do any of that. Can't do. Oh, I can do 50. No, I can't do 5702 at the moment. I've got to put everything together. Right, so we're at slider assembly, stage 65. Ooh, whatever the slider is, we will find out in a second. And out it comes. Yep, empty bag. And then couple of sweeties. So we have 6501. Just there. 6502. 6503. 4. 6504. And these just fell in my lap. 6505. There's 4 of those. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, what I'm holding up my jeweler's apron, which sits in my lap. And it stops things going in the carpet monster. So we're probably going to be using these. So I'll take them out. So everything is there. Oh, really? No, we're not using them. $65.05. One, two, three, four. Pop those back. They're marked up. So we're using this 6202 and the 2 rods. So 1 in there and 1 in there. So there we go. Like that. That obviously is a slider. So that. And then we have, take this bit out, may as well. And there we go, that's these parts. So let's pop that over there, that up there, and that in there. Next up, we have stage 66, assembling the display pedestal lifting device. Ooh, remote control. Yeah. Right. So we have 6601, which is a Perspex rod with a knobbly bit on the end. The remote control, 6602, 6603, 6604, and 05. Right, how do I tell the difference? They look all the same to me. Right, what? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Right, so there's 8 in there. 6604 is missing. Again, have I got screws in there? No, no screws in there either. Nothing in the bag. Okay, that's another thing that I've got to sort out. I will have a look, see if we've got any of those spare. I need to find out what they are. So I only need one of those. Let's see what it's used for. Right then. Don't know what it's used for. Didn't show it, but I'm sure I'll find it as we go. So 6303 is that one. This goes in like so and like so. So that's obviously a lifter. That's pushed in nicely. This I see. Check I've got these the right way around. Right, so there we go, that's in. This is around that way in there, so we can slide those onto there. Holding that, we can then pop eek. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Rubber mallet. That seems to be in place. Hopefully the screws will draw that down. Right then, where are we? We've done that bit, we've done that bit, we've done that bit. Right, 6601. You come. And out it comes. And then that goes through and into there. So that will lift up. There's that one and that one. 6605, which of these? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Duke's in. He says, "Good day from Oz. It's 6:30 a.m. here. A tad cool. It's 10 degrees. Oh dear, what a shame. I'm freezing. Bless you. Hello and welcome to our weather." So as per usual, that goes there. Dip it and start it off. With this one, I highly recommend just getting them started before you even attempt to screw it down, because it's probably one of those bits that needs to be accurate, and if it's not accurate it won't lift it up and down. But as per usual, just take a screw, dip it in the oil and start it off. Same with this one. There we go. Right, so this one down to touch, then diagonal, so it draws it down slowly from opposite sides. There we go, that's brilliant. And then this side, and then this side, the one in the middle. Oh, come on, camera. Sorry, guys, my mistake. And then this side. So Glenn says, evening in the UK, Duke, and hi. So they have all, that's drawing it all the way down. So they're all down to touch. So I'm just going to go around and make sure they are tight. I'm not giving it 4.5 knuckles, more like 2 knuckles. There we go. So that's done. Cross that tinker out. Right, then we need to find that switch. 6102. Oh, you can bet your bottom dollar I didn't mark that little tinker up. Let's get my box of bits out. I throw everything around the place. just let's have a look, see what's going on. Oh, can't put that up there. Right, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Go away, I'm busy. Okay, so we need to tighten this up. Sorry about that. The child was told, I am busy tonight. Hey, don't worry about me. So that's the switches that we used. So it goes slidey into there. Okay, this is fun. Come on, in you go. There we go. And click. So there's that done. That's in there. Onto that. Done. Slides in that T-shape there. Ah, here we go. This is where the screws come in. So we have a load of spare screws in here. Try this one. A little bit of oil. Nope, not that one. Let's try this one. This looks a bit better. Nope. That one doesn't fit. What's that? Ah, look, it's one of these. 6605. Duh. Need to read. So I'll put a bit of oil on. And there we go. Right, let's just quickly check my phone, make sure I haven't missed anything from anybody. No. And there we have that done, and that's what we're left with. All done. And there's the controller. So that goes. Oh, great. You absolute Jesus Christ, what a muppet. They don't tell you about that. Look, I've knackered that spring on. I hope I haven't knackered the spring on. Oh, good Lord. What happens when you get interrupted? They really need to warn you about that. They tell you to fit it into shape groove, but they don't tell you about what. Right. So there we have it done now. I'm glad I looked at that. So that will go up. And there's your switches. Dink. That's nice. I'm happy with that. Put my spare bits over there, back away. And they're all spare. Right. Assembling the gearbox for the lifting device. Ooh, this is going to be fun. I got a couple of comments. Duke is saying hi, Glenn. He also goes, it's going to be 23 degrees later on. Might have to take my jumper off. Some people get all the luck. Glenn says, I was just going to say, get the hammer out. Yep. The plastic faced hammer. So let's get 67 out. Okay, this is starting to get a bit cramped. Move things about a bit. Right, so section 67. The gearbox motor. Oh, comes in back with 2 halves. Right, let's pick them out slowly, because you know what's going to happen. If I start shaking things around, it's going to fly all over the place and I'm going to miss something. By tempting. So I can put that and that to one side. Keep it safe. Right, let's work out which is which. Right, that's O1. That's O2. O3 are the rods. O4 is the motor. O5 is the arm. O6 got the same amount of gears on them. Yep, they're the same. And then you've got O7 and then the big bugger O8. So let's build the gearbox. So we take 6701, put it that way, and then we take 1 rod, bit of oil, just to give it, and then number 2, again, bit of oil, plastic knocky tool, and then we take the last one, and do the same with that one. Right, they're in. They ain't coming out. So we've taken those 3 and put them in there like so. Done. Now we take the motor out. Run the cable down. Through the hole. Like so. Then we take the arm, take the long part of the arm and run it up through there, like so. We've done that one. And that one. Oh, sorry, need to cross those two out. Right, let's read. Insert 2 gears, 067 and 0. Right. Right, so put these 3 gears onto the shaft. That can fall out for a moment, it doesn't matter. So that goes, but that doesn't touch that. What does that one go on there? That, there we go, that's better. That goes on there like so. Right, I can't read the instructions. There, and then there. That's up here. So put this shaft in. So we'll call the shaft John. And this is D-shaped, what this goes into. So that goes in there, like so. Squeeze it, and that just there in nice and tight. So we've got that and that done, and then we take this part and we click it over. And then we have the gearbox done. That was easy. That, and we have that. One gearbox done. Right, 68, attaching the underside panel of the left wing. Not doing that one because I don't have everything sorted. Assembling the limit switch and display pedestal. Cool, we can do this bit. Part 69. That's a 6. Yep, 69. Glenn says, I was just going to say, oh, sorry, not putting any oil on those lifting rods. These ones, they seem to move okay. No, it's a good idea. Why not? So, brand new bottle of 3-in-1. Dribble on there, and a dribble on there. And then start pumping my rod. And I pull that out. I wonder if that needs to be glued. Go back and have a look-see before we start this one. Nope, doesn't need to be glued. That's a bonus. There you go, bit of glue on there for you, Glenn. Oh, bloody hell, Steph. Get it. No, it's not glue. You haven't glued it at all. You've oiled it. Oh, I'm going to get myself in trouble soon. I can feel it. Some parts tucked away in here. Have I got my knife out? No. we have so here's the switches. 6901, which is just one complete switch. It's a bit like the limiting switch we've got on the that switch there. We've got 6902, 6903, 6904, 6905 and 6906. Set 4 and set 2. So start with this. So we start with this box, and there's a little cutout just there. So that one goes there like so, and this one goes there. Just like that. So facing away from each other. We're using these four. So as usual, bit of oil. Pop these down to touch now, just to lock this in place. And there we go. Like so. And we do the same for this one. So just hold it into place. First we'll go screw. Dab of oil on it. Frustration. I have a horrible feeling I'm going to get to box 12 before my spare parts turn up. I'm going to have to sit there tonight once I've finished and work out which ones I haven't done. Make a list. As you do. It would help if I was screwing in the right hole. Ha ha! Fana. Finally! That took a while. And the last one. And there we go. We take these down to touch. Just hold them into place. There we go. That took a while. Ooh. Okay, so we are taking this bit. Ooh. Okay. The smallest. Yep, that's the right place. Where'd it go? It is hiding under there. So we'll put proper bit in. And this goes that way. Put a screw on there first. That might just help. Right, that's just down to touch, so that moves. And that was a spare one, so that can go in a spare pot. Okay. No, that is huge. Now we need 6501. Which is this bad boy. And I need 6505, which are these bad boys. We'll take that. And that one. And that goes in there. That in there. And screw that up. And now we have that bit done. We can align all this up when it needs to be done. So there we have done. So cross that off, cross that off, cross that off, cross that off. Nope, can't do 70 because it's, well, let me have a look. Nope, I've got to screw it on. So, nope. There is a lot of pack 8 done. Certain sections in pack 8 I can't do. So I'm going to knock it on the head there. We've been going for nearly an hour and a half. Glenn says the company Agora seem to do a nice range of kits. They do, mate. They do. This was they sent this to me, which was awesome, unbelievable. They have a load of spare ones that they are pinging out to Models Heroes beneficiaries. So you've got to be a beneficiary of Models Heroes to receive one. So yeah, it's absolutely awesome what they're doing. Fantastic. Donated a load of them, which can't fault them. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Agora. And thank you very much for this kit. I'm really enjoying it. Even though, yes, I'm a bit frustrated, but that's modeling. You get frustrated if it doesn't go the way you want it to go. Anywho, I will show my battery types stay safe, keep modeling, and I will have a look through pack 9 and see where we go from here. But I will probably be moving in the house. Laters, guys. Take care. Bye.